Hello, everybody. Today is Wednesday, November 18th. And I guess we're going to speak about stimulus, unemployment, and such, trying to get back in the swing of things. So let's just cut right to it and get to the content. But before we get to the content, press the thumbs up or press subscribe is always helpful. So basically, as it relates to the stimulus and stimulus package, the same Pelosi and everybody. I stated in a previous video not to depend on the government as far as the stimulus is concerned, because when it relates to the $1,200 and the fact that they've been saying or making the same statements for about approximately 4 to 5 months, they're basically buying time. What was supposed to happen was they were actually supposed to have been on the third stimulus. So they're actually fighting and bickering about the second stimulus. So they actually saved. It's like a deflection. It's like to make you look the opposite way instead of looking in the direction that you should be looking in. So as it relates to the stimulus and the $1,200, don't really actually expect it. Another reason why I say don't really actually expect it, or really actually don't expect it too soon at all, and definitely not this year, is because the Democrats chose Nancy Pelosi as being holding her same position. So basically, on approximately January 5th, that's when she will uphold and stay in her position, and also they're waiting for the same Democratic seats in Georgia for the same approximately January 5th. So if that happens, then the Senate wins the majority, and then it will be less dependent on Republicans, if that makes any sense. So I said that to say that now we are approaching a time period where they're going to end up going back on recess. And January 20th is when the president takes the oath, new president takes the oath. And January 5th is a key date. So let's think about the key dates. January 5th for Nancy Pelosi to hold her current position, and also for the Senate seats in Georgia, and January 20th for the president to take the oath, the new president that is. So if you can just imagine, that's approximately 2 months from now. And the problem is that Christmas is coming up and such. People won't be able to give the gifts that they usually give. There's going to be a lot of people with a lot of problems and a lot of issues. Also, New Year's Eve won't be the same and such. So I don't know. Just don't depend on the $1,200 stimulus. Now, as it relates to the unemployment, let's get to a different topic. The unemployment part of it, the $600 that didn't happen, and the $450 that she, meaning Nancy Pelosi, could have taken, and all the unemployment people would have got the $450 for the certain amount of weeks. Don't really actually expect that, especially too soon. There is a chance that something can happen with that, but the odds are very, very slim. My personal opinion on everything is that Nancy Pelosi I think that she needs to compromise more. She's not compromising. She started off real high, a crazy number, 3 point whatever, and then she waited a matter of a couple of months or so, and then took the number down to 2.2. It was a hoax from the beginning. I mean, somebody can say I started at 5 trillion and then say, oh, you know what, 2 months later, I'll cut it in half and make it 2.5. Look, I'm showing some type of compromise. No, you're not showing compromise, because it was too ridiculous from the get-go. I think it's time for the Democrats, and now for the Republicans or Mitch McConnell and such, I think it's time for them to stop playing games and really actually think about the American people instead of their bank accounts. When you have people that's worth $30 million, whatever, they really actually don't know what the bottom feels like. They're just on what they're on. They're on their own high horse. So as it relates to the unemployment, let's wish and hope for the best. EIDL, the loan part is open, and that's probably about it. Everything is just constantly the same scenario and the same verbiage. Republicans say, "Oh, I want a stimulus package, and I want it to be big, real big." And then Democrats say, "Yeah, I want a stimulus package, and I want it to be real big." And then they keep going back and forth saying the same thing every day, and it's just tiresome. It's time to think about the American people and give them what they want and give them what they deserve. Thinkers.